Hey everybody, welcome back to another Destiny 2 PvP video. This week we're going to be going over the Splicer Fashion Show and just kind of looking at all the entries, and I'm going to be giving my opinion on all of them and picking out my favorites. If you happen to win, congratulations. I kind of doubt many of you are here though, since it was only like 15 or so this time. I did enter and I did not win, which is kind of expected. There's a ton of entries and not everyone wins, and just kind of feel a bit random. Overall, I'm pretty happy with how this fashion show went. I thought there was a lot of really good entries that got awarded the new emblem, and I'm pretty excited for the next one already. I think fashion with this new fashion screen is really exciting, so it's cool to see what people have been doing with it. Let's start out here with the last winner. I guess we're gonna go the last retweeted to the first retweeted here. This is going to be Maverick Gaming. Check them out on Twitter if you want to see this set in person. But got a nice Iron Banner-ish hunter going on here. Really cool old Iron Banner ornament mask. Very jealous of those ornaments. They got the Mercury Vex Chrome throughout, and I would say this flows really well. Those arms look great on this side, but I always hate how asymmetrical they are, and that left arm just kind of looks skinny and out of place in a lot of sets like this. So I would change the arms. The kind of constellations glowing and the unshadable gold maybe don't fit in that great. Maybe you have a little gold in that 6 coyote, but yeah, that's probably what I would change if I had to change something here. Really great set though, and apparently got Paul Tassie's approval, which is funny, but it deserves the praise in my opinion. One of the better sets they got it chosen. So second set here, they're rocking the new Vault of Glass shader that was in the bundle. Pretty cool shader. I like the green metal, but it is kind of hard to match with. I haven't found a good matching shader to go with it. It may just be one of those that are pretty unique in itself. They got that on everything, and they do have unique pieces of armor though, which is pretty nice. I think pretty mandatory for a fashion show, but you know, obviously that's not always the case. I like the DSC chest with the Last Wish helmet actually here a lot. I think it's a cool combo, and I think it looks really good. I do wish this chest piece looked as good on male warlocks as it does on the female warlocks. I mean, the shoulders and hips on the male warlock are just insanely difficult to match with the legs, and it makes your legs look like twigs on the male warlock so often. So always love seeing this chest used well since I have a male warlock, but once again, it's usually just a female warlock in a little bit easy mode for it. I probably would change out the Exile gauntlets. They kind of, I guess, come into the play with the wraps on the legs, but they are kind of standing out here as far as warlock gloves go. And I feel like they don't really tie in with the kind of techno theme that's going on with the rest of it. But, you know, still really good set. This is a good one for sure. Congrats to Squareo. So third set, actually a 5 unique shader set. So shout out to this guy. This is a wild one though. He went all out. He or she went all out with the vibrant colors, and it paid off actually. You can see kind of the theming is that green and bright purple. I would say maybe a little loud, but it does all match. Your unshadable red here kind of is upsetting, but this is actually a male warlock rocking the DSC chest, so they did a good job. I think the geomags kind of stand up to it the best I've seen. It can be pretty tough as I mentioned in the last set. But I like these gauntlets to match these techno theme that he's got going. And I kind of like the kind of vapor wavy colors. I wish we'd gone maybe into the light blue more than the green, but you know, it's all preference really with the coloring in my opinion. So really cool set. Um, Not all unique armor, but a huge shout out for the all unique shader. In the next set, flexing those old shaders with the new Monarchy Legions. Pretty underused shader, so although it's on all the pieces, kind of cool and kind of a flex in itself. Is rocking some same armor pieces, but pretty unique. I just got this Courtier cloak, so I haven't been able to play with it, but I really like it with this Holdfast vest actually. And the Contender mask is an interesting pick, but I'm kind of into it. I think the Holdfast is a little bit more of a rugged look. I feel like you have a really clean helmet and clean leg, and then kind of like a rough scavengery arm and chest, and then like a clean cloak. So kind of a mixing of the two worlds, but I think it actually melds pretty well. Like the barriers feel kind of defined and the colors really transition well between them, and it helps you kind of get that mixed look like this. So actually a very cool silhouette. I personally would have liked to see a little more variety in the shaders with this one. When you have those bright yellows, I like those to be a little more of an accent piece than just kind of full banana, but really nice silhouette and great job by David Hospital on this one. Well, I was honestly kind of hoping a Yoda was not gonna make it in the winner circle here. I'll be honest. I think it's funny. I thought it was really cool when I saw it on the fashion subreddit. But if you're not first, you're really last with these kind of cosplay, I guess, sets. So yeah, it's kind of been done, and this one's great. But I mean, it just feels kind of cheap when there's already kind of a popular fashion Reddit post doing the same set. Maybe this is the same guy who posted that. If so, then great. Like actually, he deserves the win. It's a really cool set and really funny. Just not like a high fashion set, so in my opinion, but funny and cool set here by Spambo. Speaker's Shades got a very loud set as well, rocking the new interlace greaves, which I do not like the bottom little toes here, but I really like the silhouette you get in the thigh and the shin. Sadly, I think he throws that away pretty quickly when you're moving up the set. These have a really strong angular design to them. The ACDC, is that right? Yeah, I think so. ACDC feedback fences. And then the chest piece really throws me off. I don't know if I like the Gambit Blackguard here. I appreciate the switch of shader, but it feels a little jarring, a little out of place with this you know, full green on the limbs. And then the helmet, I kind of confused about as well. He's got a nice little palindrome of shaders going. I think Burgusian Knight here is great as an accent piece to set off offset these greens. I don't think doing a neutral in the middle is a terrible idea, but I would have probably matched neutrals within these ACDCs or maybe these blue wraps to kind of give it more flow to the set. Yeah, kind of a rough set on this one. Not my favorite of the winners so far. Here's another combo that I guess I expected to see. The stag, I feel like, is like mostly useful for fashion these days. Not really a great exotic to be rocking if you're playing PvP or PvE. So when fashion shows come out, I feel like stag is always like dragged out of the vault, dusted off, thrown on some sets. And Stag with these new seasonal armor looks really good, like kin robes. So not angry that this is a winner. Love the shader diversity here. 4 uniques. I really like the shader on the Lightkin. A lot of color, a lot of depth, and you got nice balancing dark leg shader as well. I really like these Scatterhorn boots. They have a really interesting texture here. I haven't put them into a great set yet, but I've been testing them out, and I think I'll find a good fit for them soon. Yeah, I think maybe Legatus Bond feels a little out of place, but overall, I think it's a good set. And you know, you gotta have at least 1 or 2 Stag winners every fashion show. So shout out to Spectral Harlequin for this one. All right, yeah, Jake Harvey, good set, great job, congrats. Oh no. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. Congrats. It's B-boy. Congrats. All right. Little gift to the 9 flex. A little aniline shock to balance it. Get 2 shaders system with that Alabama 401 here. But the Cyrillic writing, interesting combo. You got some lost specifics, some siege breaks. So, you know, 2 shader, 3 armor unique here. This chest piece, huge. I was gonna say flex, but not really a flex. Just really cool piece, and I really like it comboed with these arms, the little screen here. Don't mind the helmet as much as I mind these legs being thrown in. I think you could have done unique legs, and it would have looked good still. Wild Hunt cloak. I'm pretty indifferent towards. I think with this helmet, it does look good without a hood. So a fine choice. I think you got more of a clean, kind of engineering look though. And the Wild Hunt cloak is a little raggedy, scavengery. But you know, I'm not super opposed to mixing styles. But I do think the scavengery feels a little out of place with the rest of this. But overall, pretty good set, pretty nice. Congrats to the winner here. Oh, really pretty like Iron Man-y set here. Rocking that Mayron's you know, black armory shader. Really nice silhouette, I'll say. I like the combo of the Northlight and the Trials chest here. Flexing the glow too, matching the helmet. Really nice continuity here. What mark is this? Oh, this is the new Trials mark. So got the glow on that too. I was wondering what that glow was. Yeah, so flexing the glow again. I really like the glows flowing all the way through the head, chest, and mark. I think I could trade the legs out. I feel like you got a lot of interesting textures here, and the legs are kind of just really flat and kind of smaller curves to the roundness, if that makes sense. I feel like it looks good, but it could look better. I guess that's a good way to say it. But this is a really great set, and it's one shadered, but you know, it really flows well, and there's a lot of different colors going on in that shader, which helps that out. I think you could do a unique shader up here to give you some maybe more red on the band, but the glow matching across, like I said, is really nice. So shout out to Inzinar, good set here, man. Congrats. Oh geez, you're really testing my shader knowledge when these are not in English. We got a Korean winner, ZBK Byrium. Really cool set here. Rocking that new Courtier cloak. 5 unique shaders, so huge shout out already. Happy you're the winner. Do you see some navy that's a little unreciprocated? You got some clipping with your Gucci bag and the legs that the reason I hate these legs, that little metal piece always intersects with the hunter chest piece, little knickknacks. They always put it on the right hip of the chest, and then this big old thing always clips into them, and I literally never use these legs because of that. So straight off the bat, I probably would switch the leg. And I guess you kind of have some of this light blue up here. So maybe I would switch shader from Metro Shift to a more close blue to this. Um, there's a lot of heavy gray in this shader too, so I'm not sure I would use this. I can't remember the name of this. Shattered Sky? No. Let me know what that is in the comments. But yeah, I would probably pick a darker piece here, but I do like the white flowing through these kind of a triangle of whites here. And I do like to have a little contrast in the pants, but I feel like it's a little just unreciprocated, I guess, is what I'll keep saying. You have light blues, and then this dark blue, which feels a little weird to me. But as always, 5 shader shout out. Um, Very cool helmet. Wish I got it. Literally have shadow title and never got that helmet. But cool set. A lot of different themes, but kind of a cool silhouette when it all comes together. So we got a beautiful scavengery Titan here. Shock Grenadier. Really good ornament. I picked it up out of the Brightest store semi recently and need to utilize it in a set actually still. Scatterhorn Mark, very funny Mark. I I want to make a set like that's like a beachgoer Titan and make this look like a inflatable tube around the waist. I think that could be really funny. Don't steal my idea. I'll come find you. I love the Christ 2 Cream gauntlets here. And this Scatterhorn helm, so underrated. Definitely deserves to be in your transmogged library, in my opinion. And then rounding it off with the Wildwood Greaves, get the little netting to give more of a scavenger look. I never noticed there's a belt right here actually until just now. Full Canvas Coat, which is a nice shader if you want this desaturated Iron Bannery look. And overall, pretty nice. Congrats to the Too Much Red. You really toned down the red for this set, and we appreciate it. Yeah, just a little bit there. And congrats. Okay. Little screen picture with your phone. This silhouette is wild. Congrats, Redundant Neat, on this one. Ah, yes. Great Tech Researcher ropes. Knew that, and you would see these at least once. Surprised to see Iron Vendetta and Horizons Beyond, but they do seem to be in the same shader family. These are some pretty nice blues, very close actually. So keep that in mind. Rocking full uniques, I think. I think this helmet does a pretty good job in this set. It's a very thin helmet, and these robes are pretty thin robes. They really hug the waist and hips there. So really tall, pointy helm works okay there, in my opinion. Very plain set. For such a mild silhouette, I think you could have gone a little crazier with the shaders. You have a lot of focus on the helm. I think you could get away with mild silhouette and mild shaders if you kind of went a little crazier with the helmet here. I think the silhouette's wild, and I think you could have gone wild with the dark water froth, which I just realized 3 shaders. So great job, Jin Grebos. Good set. Very clean, very simple. Yes, you knew Astro Striders were coming eventually. The hunters love them. I think they're really neat. I'm hoping to pick them up eventually. Rivalry Black Sand and a little touch of Rivalry White Sand. Very great shaders that probably won't come back if they didn't come out this last Guardian games, I think is what they were from originally. They kind of got that Greenland Iceland vibe where like Greenland's mostly ice, but Iceland's also ice. Where like the white sand actually, you have a lot white here, but the black sand also has a ton of white. It's just kind of funny to me every time I inspect those shaders. If you know it, I guess. I don't think a lot of people have those. So let's look at the silhouette. The Astro Striders, I think, do kind of have a cool flow into this Celestial Cuirass, actually. I actually don't mind that combo. These arms, though, are bit strange. I think you could have gone with a, I don't know, more of a clean armor from the Celestial Curious or more of a techie vibe from the Astros Riders. And you went like scavenger rough bird look, which, I mean, you're throwing in a third unique kind of look. And I think you flow well into the helmet from the Curious with the Mask of the Great Hunt. I think these match pretty well. And I think you also go well into the Coronation Cloak. It looks like that might be a little glitched right now. The little things are usually on the hood there. So yeah, that might be needing fixed. But yeah, I think this, you know, straight down the line here, really nice, really good combo of silhouettes. But the arms are just throwing me off a little. I might change those. But hey, what do I know? You won and I didn't. So congrats to that. Aslo I. Oh, an Omnicronia flex. Another one of those pay for the vault shaders. I think doing any monetary stuff like that, probably a good idea. Not only is it going to be a little more rare, to make you stand out a little bit, it probably influences them a little bit to shout out to the people who are paying for the fashion. So always a little bit of a cheat code in my opinion, but the shader looks great here. I think if it were me, I could have changed it out in the legs if I were going to mix some stuff around. I think the chest piece here does look a little weird with these unshaderable yellow parts next to this like orangey metal. Not like a clash, but does kind of stand out and does feel a little unreciprocated elsewhere. I think the Moonfane mark is also an interesting choice. It's more of a sleek kind of street vibe, and the rest of this is very like industrial engineering kind of feeling. The Mind Vault also feels a little bit out of place in my opinion, but overall, just, you know, zoomed out, looks pretty cool. Just first glance, looks nice. Got a cool little sparrow with it here. I don't hate it. Congrats to the indie here for that. Got that big bulky warlock here with the Reviter John. Shout out for the win. You got your mark right in the most important part here. Second most important part, I guess. Rocking 3 shaders. I think they flow really nicely. You wouldn't even be able to tell really if you're just glancing at the armor. I love the textures Carminica give it in the cloth portions here. And I really like the red sash coming across. Overall, I'm pretty happy with this silhouette, I think. The coaxial bonds ornament for the Ophidians feels very out of place. I think the normal non-ornament version would have looked really good here, actually. So confusing, doing worse fashion for the flex. Must be located in LA over here. Using the new Cordier bond, which I think is really cool and kind of fits in here really well. I do think the bones here feel a little unreciprocated. Maybe you could have done more bony color up in the helmet. That could have been pretty cool, actually. You might could have even done the default shader, and that might have been really nice, actually. So, anyways, congrats. Really nice set here. Le Jordan, the Jordan, rocking the full Byzantium. It looks like a straight up villain here, like a Spider-Man villain, honestly. Pretty cool. Congrats. Okay, bit of a wild one. 4 shaders. So shout out to that. Very weird silhouette. Very weird. I think these legs are very unwieldy, hard to master, but I think you went a little bulky in the chest, honestly. I think the very slim arms is a good call, but the chest is throwing me off a little bit. It is unique though. I don't mind it that much. Interesting set, I'll say that. I'm not gonna say I hate it, but I think there's possible improvements. Shout out to Samuel Brookman for this. Pretty cool set. Okay. That's a set. That is a set right here. If you didn't know, that's a set from Stormtrooper. I just want to know why the Iron Bone, honestly, more than I want to say anything else. Very shiny, I guess. It feels like you're like cosplaying something, and then like Bucky from Marvel, the arm. But I don't like this one. Bulky legs, slimming into the slim head. I. Congrats, Stormtrooper. Congrats. Yeah. Say another stag, and this is fail. Another picture of the screen with your phone. Stag, Scorn Baron robes. Feels a little like predictable. I don't know. I want to say like overused, but like I actually really haven't seen it that much. It just feels like, I don't know. It doesn't feel like it matches. It just feels like two like really like edgy pieces thrown together. Not my favorite build. And then the full shader, and then like the just regular boots bonds. It's all right. Shadow MTH, congrats on the win though. All right. Love the shader diversity over here. Very white set. I was looking at it and thinking maybe 2 or 3, but actually 4 shaders. Unique. Love the fur combo. A nice combo here with the Lightkin and the Crucible Phoenix Strife. The Crushing Greaves, I might could change. The dirtiness in them, I feel like, kind of takes away from the pristineness of the rest, but it does kind of call back into this Mask of the Quiet One ornament. So, not hating too hard on that. Pretty cool set though. Definitely one of my favorites of the last few. Congratulations to Nizumi071. Love the use of the green, or the brown, I guess in this case. Honors of the 9 full suit. Can't blame you too much. You going for that like, White Death, yeah. Kind of snow hunter vibes. Looks cool. A little bit of a mixture of styles. With the kind of scavengery legs. The kind of like techno-y arms, and the like regal general kind of chest piece here. But with the whiteout, I think without a whiteout, if you actually try to do some shader diversity, some color pops, I think it would actually hurt you a lot. The whiteout lets you kind of lose a lot of the details until you like really look close, and just kind of gives you this nice bulky assassin silhouette, which I think is cool. I think you did a good job, and I think doing full white was a good call if you were really proud of this silhouette. So nicely done on the shadering, even though it's not something I usually condone. Really cool screenshot too. So congrats. I am a gamer 0, or Aaron Turner, for this nice win. Okay, we got another Titan, the one-eyed mask ornament. Yeah, I like this. Little scavengery. One-eyed mask actually is kind of feeling a little out of place, but I like these shoulders actually with this chest piece. I haven't done that before, but I think it looks good. I really like the chains with this chest piece. That is something I've done before, but it looks really nice, and the rust on them, very intimidating. But I would still change the helmet. You're getting a lot of that green actually, and the rusty red's kind of lost, and the silhouette doesn't really match up for me personally. But hey, you won and I didn't, so well, what do I know? They get the Vespa. Good job on this set. This one's actually a video, which makes my life more interesting, I guess. The one of my favorite helmets, Shadow's Mind, and I like how you kind of tied it into the like Luxy Cordieri like street kind of sets here. Contender boots I actually don't really like on Warlock, but you know, with them covered up so much, you could literally have used pretty much any boot here. And the claws actually is a very interesting approach that I kind of like. Only thing I would probably change would be the contender boots. Just something a little more detailed or a little more interesting. And shout out for a little bit of a shader diversity, just using the default. Looks good. That nice little purple there and gold. May change the bond as well. I think you've got some really loud gauntlets, and it doesn't really need to have a really loud bond here. Put it on a simple gold chain there. It's been really nice. But shout out to Moose Mum for that one. Really cool. Rocking the cheese shader. Interesting. Sarah Drummer. Congrats on your win. Not my favorite. I'm trying to figure out why. Got the 2 armor pieces here. I think the cheese shader, Vitrified Duality, is really hurting you. I see why you wanted it. The kind of scuffed silver is really cool, very Saint 14-y. But man, does that weird yellow with that texture just stand out so hard. Very strange shader. Don't know if I like the bottom half like at all. I think this is really what I don't like. The purple's fine. I think it matches up here. These legs will just, I don't think that anyone will ever make a set where I like these old Exile legs. And just like that scaly square texture just doesn't really flow with your super light angled upper torso. And this is just like too streety of a look of a mark for this like super knight inspired armor up top. So you know, cut the top half off. I think it looks okay. Change from the cheese shader into something else on the arms and maybe even the helmet too. And I think it looks pretty good, but pretty good set. I wish I had this ornament. Really cool ornament with a big old dent in it. Congrats to Sarah Drummer though. Cool Saint 14 inspired set. The old cheat codes. The Rustberry. Pretty nice. Rivalry Stoic. Also a great shader. 2 shader set here by Cerberus Prime. I actually really like this set, and in the first little batch of winners, I'm pretty sure we're getting close here. I think this is one of my favorites of the day. Really cool silhouette, a lot of detail in the pieces. I think I would have probably gone for a different cloak, just because that bronze is kind of out of place in my opinion. And I think you could have done a little better than that unshaderable bronze on the Cobra's hood, but everything else flows really nicely. I guess these are part of the same set actually. So you know, what do I know? But I like these arms with this middle set. You know, the more I look at this, the more like unimpressed I am actually. You know, that's kind of fashion for you. Sometimes the least like not impressive combos do look really good just from a quick glance. And I think this was a case of that. Just like a quick glance of this, I'm into it. I'm into it. And then I hop in here and start like, you know, looking at it, and you know, it's 2 shader 4 piece set. Really unique gauntlets. I think that helps. I would say this captures why being a highly detailed fashion critic is kind of tough. Sometimes things look good from far off and you can't really explain why. So shout out to Cerberus Prime here. This is one of my favorites of the show actually. Well. You know, I guess you expect it, but like you always hope it doesn't happen. It's the full Gambit Jadestone Warlock. I've done it in the past. I'm not saying I'm better than everyone, but just feel a little overplayed at this point in time. I mean, I love the silhouette, so I think Dr. Docky Poo, you know, I think he earned a good win with the set alone. This helmet's actually super detailed. I knew it had that glowing ring up top, but a lot of cool detail in the face mask here actually, so I might have to look into getting that one eventually. The gloves look really cool. I'm sure they look great live when they're pulsing and stuff. I wish I had this Omega Mechanos set, but not enough to buy it. It's cool bonds. Looks nice in the Jade Stone as well. And then just literally glow fodder, the Virtuous boots. Don't fit in at all really with the set, but they got the big old glowing kneecaps. So if you're going for that glowy Gambit Jadestone look, you know, might as well full out go for it. I guess these robes do have some glow. It just took an inopportune picture here. But yep, Gambit Jadestone out Warlock. Looks pretty cool. Updated for season of Splicer for sure with the new armor. Yeah, congrats. Wow, 3 shader Titan. He looks like an anime character. Like this almost looks like a face, but like, you know, like a really weird drawn animation. I actually really like this one just solely for these like little miniature Titans next to him. It looks so funny. I really like that actually. These arms look so like like real muscles in this set for some reason. Really interesting set. I'll say that. Yellow is really hard to incorporate in a lot, so appreciate that as well. You know, I don't have much to say. I think this is a cool set, and I like these little guys. So congrats to the M-City Elicitor for this one. Good win. So this is Spider Sides, if you didn't know. Got some really cool like superhero themed sets going on. It's kind of like his thing. He's built up kind of a pretty big following with the Transmog released. If you're into Twitter fashion, you should definitely check him out if you somehow missed him so far. This is actually one of my least favorite from him though. Super sick screenshot, the 12 Glimmer, but don't know how he did that. Looks really cool. But yeah, Miles Morales. I don't know if the legs here are really selling me on the Miles Morales, but I mean, I can see it. The Frostveil is just easy Spider-Man look, but yeah, I think he has actually some better sets in his repertoire, and I highly recommend following and checking those out. Grimace TTV coming in with a pretty Siva set, I guess. Got the Siva up front. Did not, oh, he did Devil Splicer. So no, he didn't really say Siva specifically, so I won't critique it based off that. Whenever you see the Nano Redux, you know, you assume people are going to go full Siva with it, but I guess he just liked the textures here, so kind of mimicked it in the arms. I think that's pretty nice. Would have liked to see more of a angular helmet with these angular Siva pieces right near your neck. But you know, DSC is not terrible there. I don't know if I really agree with the Trials cloak or the Celestial legs here either. Really wish you went with some more hard angles with the Siva, but like I said, can't critique him on Siva. He didn't claim Siva, he just did Splicer. Just that's probably the way I would have gone. Okay set, you know, not terrible. Shaders look good. I wish the silhouette could have been tuned a little bit more, but congrats on the win. This is a little paired little chest piece that I've actually been enjoying a lot too, from Ryukin's FJ69. Nice. Really cool use of it here. Rocking that earth shaders, the dead zone foliage, I think. Might be pictorial growth in the chest. Oh no, it's dead zone as well. Jungle Viper making a showing. Always impressive when you work that in, even if it's pretty much unshaderable bond, but pretty cool, pretty cool. Matching the bonds with the helmets, nice. Descent X Chrome, kind of carrying the kind of greeny worn look throughout pretty well. Gloves are take it or leave it. They're okay here. I think they do serve as a nice little addition of color with the old growth. And I would say overall pretty nice. Really, really nice flow to the set. Interesting silhouette, unique silhouette. Nice set. Congrats on the win. Come on. Really? With all the Halo references, I guess like I should have expected this. You didn't know the TWAB had a couple Halo references, and Infinite got announced recently, but this was after this fashion show, so not sure what they're doing with the whole Halo thing, but yeah. So prime palette throughout, super Halo-y armor. I'm not hating, just once again, just not a big fan of the cosplay armors. Really cool Halo screenshot, but great job, you know, good job. You got the win, so that's all that matters. Death via pancake, nice. Sounds like a great way to go out. Cosplay armor, you did a good job of replicating the Master Chief, I'd say. Although he's more of a orange visor, but you know, whatever. Congrats on the win. All right, and this is actually the last set. So Pancake was the first one to get that win. I think that scared me a little bit. I don't like the cosplays, like I said, but I think they leveled out, and we actually had some high quality submissions get the win this fashion show. Let's see, who are my favorites? At the time, the first few, I was a little dejected by what the choices were being made. I really liked Miko Cerberus Primes here. Kind of like this combos. I thought the claws were a pretty bold choice, and I appreciated that on those. This is a pretty clean set, and I appreciated the shader diversity. Very few critiques on that one at the time. I am a sucker for this Scatterhorn helmet. Things are really nice, and I think they did a good job with the shader on that one. As far as like an Iron Man-y set goes, I did like the ins and Rs here as well. I thought the set was pretty sleek at the time. Really liked how it flowed, and this looks good. Zoomed out, looks really nice, and the sucker for this ship right here is a really cool ship. And yeah, those are probably my favorites. I think that Mav here did a pretty good job as well. Really cool fashion show. I'm really happy Bungie did another one, and like I said, I'm looking forward to the next one. If you want to show me what your entry, feel free to tweet at me. We got the handle down here, Sven Peppers. Make sure to check me out. I'm going to be start posting some 5 shader sets there when I can. I've done 2 days in a row, planning on doing 3 at least. Here's today's set. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Just kind of looking through the sets and giving my opinion. Let me know which ones are your favorite or least favorite in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya.